right, guys, check. Sound working, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Sorry for delay. Some urgent stuff, but now we're back. We're back with another live stream. Let me see if I can share the screen here. Today we have a lot to discuss. Today we're actually launching the first version of the plugins. So that's gonna be a thing. Then, oh perfect, it works very nice. Then we're going to talk about the winner of the Aavegotchi Game Jam. As you know, we did sponsor the Aavegotchi Game Jam and we got a lot of great games being built with Moralis, and of course it was in the Aavegotchi universe because that was the whole idea of the of that hackathon. So we're going to show you some of the projects. Actually, I'm going to show you the winner of the Aavegotchi hackathon using Moralis because it's a game that I played a lot as a kid. It's this miner game. I don't know if you played it in Miniclip in the past, but it's built using Moralis. Basically, you fly around with your Aavegotchi, you can mine things, and you mine the things that these cryptos, and the price is fetched via Aavegotchi. I think login is fetched via Aavegotchi. So let me show it to you. 1 second. I will do it like this. Do we hear any sound? And then we're going to talk about new features in Moralis, what's coming up next, the big vision. Hopefully we can demo some plugins. If not, you can just join Discord and you can try plugins this evening. But they're very, I mean, they are already in the UI, but we do see a few final things we have to fix. So this is the winner of the Aavegotchi Hackathon, who also wins the weekly challenge. And I will tell you the new weekly challenge as well. And you know that weekly challenge is all about being a better developer. Each and every week I give you a challenge. First week was to create a chat app. This week was to win the Aavegotchi Hackathon, and we have a winner. And we're giving away our NFTs. You know, the first one went to Banalito. It was the Moralis Monatic. It's this Moralis Mage Saga, basically. The second one is the Moralis Mogul. As you can see, each and every week we're updating, we're upgrading the NFTs that are given away. So this one is Moralis Mogul. I will talk about it more, but let me first share the winner of the Hackathon, Gotchi Miner.
Hello, my name is Smokey the Bandit, and I will tell you a bit about our game Gotchi Miner. As you can see, we integrated with the blockchain, and you can use your Gotchis. And we also use the trades to affect the gameplay. This is a digging game, so you will have to dig to get valuables from deep beneath the ground. And your trades, for example, will affect the digging speed, your fuel consumption, the amount of fuel you have. You can all read it in the front page. So as you can see, it's loading, and this is the world. You have some buildings where you can refuel or repair your vehicle. The point is to go down and dig for crypto crystals, which you will need to bring up before your fuel runs out, or like before you die because you run into stuff. And then when you find it, it will be added to your wallet, and you can exchange it for a ghost. The prices are fetched actually from the crypto exchanges, so they are based on the prices in real life, so they fluctuate, which is really fun. We use Moralis for that. Yeah, and then the shop isn't finished, but you would be able to buy bombs and reserve fuel tanks and stuff like that. We also have Alchemica buried in the map. If you find that,
it's insane. It's insane game because basically you mine all of these things. The value of the things you mine, for example, whether it's DAI, whether it's some kind of other crypto, and the further down in the ground you go, the more different cryptos you can mine. And by the way, did the sound work? I hope the sound worked. Hope you could hear the sound. The more in the ground you go, the more cryptos you find. The price of them are getting fetched from Moralis in real time. So this game is directly connected to crypto markets, which is amazing. So yeah, this guy won the hackathon, the Aavegotchi hackathon. Let me show you the rest.
You can use that in the shop to upgrade your gear, like your drill speed and your fuel and your jetpack and all this kind of stuff. Which you will need to go deeper, because the deeper you go, the more difficult it will get. And yeah, so this is like the loop. You find stuff, you upgrade your vehicle, and you can go deeper, where you will find new crypto and interesting stuff.
It's insane because this game is also made in just like a few days. This whole system of drilling, finding stuff, prices getting fetched from Moralis, login fetched from Moralis, all of these things. So big congrats. Now, I don't know exactly who won, but I know my team is trying to reach this guy because this is the winner of the NFT. I guess it is in our community someone because it is a game using Moralis. So that's great. And so something that we will be doing next week is the Polygon Hackathon. So in order to win the next week, so this week, this is the winner, but the next week's winner is gonna be the Polygon Hackathon winner. So let me go to their website. And now it's really time for you guys to use your skills and to use them in the wild, because it's so much you can do with Moralis in the wild, and it gets you such an advantage. So for example, the winner of Aavegotchi Hackathon was Moralis and the Moralis project. And so you can already now go to Polygon Grants Hackathon. You can sign up. You can still sign up, although it is already started. The prize pool here is way bigger. And so here you have to build something in Polygon. And if you need any help, that's the thing. If you participate in hackathons using Moralis, we actually help you a lot. Because if you look at this Polygon Hackathon and you go to the Discord, which you should join. When you join the hackathon, you join also their Discord. As you can see, we do have a Moralis hackathon space here where we show you how to do different things. We support you on your journey. So this is perfect because you're not alone in these hackathons. That's the thing. When you use Moralis, you are together with us. We actually help you along the way. We push your project along the way. So please participate in all kinds of hackathons. This is how you can test your things, your skills in the world. And you also have a nice incentive. That's the thing. You also have nice incentive. So this is gonna continue. Let's see. When does this... this is gonna continue for a few weeks until 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when this thing ends. But it should be in September? Yeah, I guess it's on the 5th. I need to double check. But anyway, the next winner is gonna be whoever built something for this Polygon Hackathon using Moralis on the weekly challenge. So guys, don't waste time. Go and I'm, by the way, one of the judges. Go and sign up and start coding. Start coding on this Polygon Hackathon. And you can basically build whatever you want. You can read more. I mean, where are more rules? They should have more rules here. If you join their Discord, you can ask for more rules and judging criteria. This would be nice to know. Let's communicate in their Discord. Go to their Discord right now and say something in the Moralis, sponsor chat, which you can find if you go here and then you go here. Say hi here in sponsor Moralis. So let's communicate together here so we can win this thing. I want the Moralis project to take home the Polygon Hackathon. And then we have another hackathon. It's global. It's gonna be in 1.5 weeks. So guys, we have a lot of hackathons. A lot of prizes to win. A lot of prizes are on the line here. And if you use Moralis, you're not alone. And you have also the best tech in the world. For building great dapps. It's the best thing. Now, let me try one thing. Hopefully we can demo some plugins. I mean, literally, we're finishing them as we speak. I really told the guys that, hey, can we please demo them today? Because I don't want another week of me saying that it's gonna be next week. So let me see one thing if it works. Yes, hallelujah, guys, hallelujah. Okay, guys. Let's go to the most important thing. It is plugins. For weeks and weeks and weeks, we've been saying that it's next week, that plugins are coming next week, that plugins are soon here, but potentially it's going to be next week. But now, you know, they are here and it's so great to see. So basically, if you go to moralis.io/plugins, you see the birth of this app store. You see the birth, the creation, the genesis, the first day. We are releasing this now. And you know the vision for Moralis, it is that any tech, anything you want to integrate with Moralis, it should be one line of code. If you want to use a DEX, it should be one line of code to swap between different assets in your dapp. And soon we're gonna have 1-inch plugin, where if you want to your users to do any trade between any asset in your dapp, you can just do it with one line of code. You can basically have the best exchanges at your fingertip through Moralis. And URL is moralis.io/plugins. And today we're launching our first plugin, which is Fiat on-ramp. And you can find it here, Fiat on-ramp. We still have to do some styling here and so on and so forth, but it works. So you go here, and this is going to be like a full app store. This is the birth of the ecosystem. So right now we're starting with only one. And this is a plugin that is done by us. You can go here, and we've integrated an on-ramp. It's called on-ramper, where you can very easy integrate on-ramp into your app. I will soon show you that it's one line of code. So here's how it looks like. The App Store, you're gonna have reviews. You have them here as well. You have the name of the developer. So in this case, it's a plugin that we developed to show you. So it says developed by Moralis. You see the version, you see the description, and you see how to use it. As you can see, in order to have Fiat gateway in your app with Moralis is just one line of code. Moralis.plugins.fiat.by. I mean, imagine a few months ago or just a year ago how you would integrate a Fiat on-ramp into your dapp. How would you do it? I'm sure it will be more than just one line of code, and this works for any crypto, this works for any fiat, just one line of code. And that's it. And this manages all KYC for you. This manages all user onboarding for you. This manages all regulation for you. This manages everything for you. You don't have to think about anything when you use Moralis and you want to have a Fiat on-ramp. Now, in order to install this into one of your servers, you go here and you see a big green button, install plugin. So you click here, you come here, you have to pick a server. Right now, I don't have any server where I can install it because I already installed it. But here you can pick whatever server you want to install it at. So I will not do it because I already have it installed. And as you can see, we've also changed a thing in the UI, which is critical. I will show you here. So now if you go to your servers, let me shrink it a bit more. You go to your servers, and when you go to plugins, it looks different because now the plugins are all of these external plugins that we have in the store. So you go to plugins and you see that you can find new plugins by going to the store. And if you click here, you come to the store and you see all of your installed plugins right here. So I did install my Fiat plugin. And you see that we moved all of this sync contract, sync address to view details and to sync. Because here is where you now sync address and sync contracts. It's no longer in plugins. Before we had this in plugins, now it is here in view details, and then you go to sync. Because it's not a plugin, you know? It was never a plugin, but for some reason we called it a plugin. It was not the best name. It's more of the, you know, core service in Moralis that you can sync smart contracts, you can sync user addresses. So that's why it's gonna be here now. So if you have a bunch of contracts and addresses you sync, they're gonna show up here, and you can add new ones by clicking here. And plugins now is all of these external plugins that you find via the store. So I have the Fiat plugin installed, which means that I now can open up my code editor and I now can start coding. So let's together code an app where we can buy something with Fiat. I mean, that would be amazing if we all can, with one line of code, just buy stuff with Fiat. So I will create a new folder. You will soon see my screen. So I will create my folder. It's gonna be called Fiat. I mean, you gotta have easy ways to dispose of your dirty Fiat. And now Moralis is coming up with a great solution so we can have great disposability of Fiat in any dapp with just one line of code. So let's see. We're gonna remove this and this and this. I'm just doing some kind of boilerplate, and you see a lot of these things I'm basically coding live here because we literally just prepared all of this. Let's see. So I'm saving it. I'm showing it to you on the screen right here. So this is a new site. I go here. I go here. I go. Where should I go? I go here. I go to my new project. It's called Fiat. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. So this is the Fiat project. I have the buttons here, but I don't want it. And so what should we call it? Dispose, basically dump Fiat. Okay, we have a button called dump Fiat. Let's see. Some issue. Dump Fiat, perfect. So when you click this button, dump Fiat, you should get Fiat on-ramp into crypto. So you click dump Fiat. So let's see, we need an on-click event right here. On-click equal to dump Fiat. Let's see, is it like this? You have the empty stuff or you don't have the empty stuff? Function dump Fiat. Console.log dumping. Let's see if this works. Coding live, guys, coding live, as always. See, dumping. Okay, so how do we dump fiat? Well, it's very easy. You go to the docs here on the store, and you see that the only thing you have to do is to write Moralis plugins fiat.buy, and it will work. But in order for plugins to work, we have to initialize them. So when we load here, I need to, let's see, first I need to have async function initialize. So I need to initialize my website by writing await moralis.init plugins. Let's see if that works. So I go to my website here. So the first thing you have to do when you want to use plugins is to initialize it. So let's see, init promise. Yeah, no errors, so I guess it worked. Good. And then moralis.plugins.fiat.buy. Let's see if this magic works. So I need to initialize first. Init, bam, let's see. There you go. There you go. And you get a new page. You can buy any crypto. You can buy a lot of cryptos. And you can dump any fiat you want. In the next step, you can specify any fiat, or you can sell crypto. If you want, you can even dump crypto. Although long-term, it's never recommended to dump crypto, but you can see you can both buy and sell crypto. And what did you do? You did one line of code to initialize the plugins, one line of code to use a plugin. I mean, this is how dapps should be made, okay? This is how dapps should be created. One line of code for whatever you want. This is only the first plugin, and very soon you can build your own plugins because we are opening up SDK to build any plugin you want for Moralis, and then you can publish them in the store so that all other users can use it. But to have a fiat on-ramp, look, it should be one line of code. All developers across the world, they should not be doing more work than this. That's it. That's it, that's it, that's it. Now, to initialize it, you have to fetch API key from OnRamper. So you just go to onramper.com because this is the integration that we have. Plugins is mostly integrating some kind of third-party service. So this plugin integrates OnRamper. So you can just go here, you can copy this test API key, and you can put it when you initialize, because when you initialize this plugin, it will just ask you for API key. You can fetch it from there. And this is only the first step. We're gonna add more different types of on-ramps. I mean, this plugin is gonna grow and grow and grow on its own, and also we're gonna have more plugins, because you know that the next step is to swap different assets. So let's say that you have dump fiat, but then very soon we're gonna have moralis.plugins.oneinch.swap, and you can swap from, you know, asset A to asset B, and then you know how much amount. And that's it, one line of code. Probably we cannot use one, but it's gonna be like this. Asset A to asset B and how much you want to swap. And then it will pop up MetaMask and you just sign transaction and the swap happens. This is the future of Moralis. This is the future of dapps. I think that now we're very close to development in Web3 via platforms like Moralis being so easy that it's basically like creating websites in Web2, basically like creating mobile apps or, you know, websites in the traditional space. Because now whatever you think about is just one line of code. So what is the next step for you? The next step for you is to try this. Now, there may be still a few bugs like UI bugs and stuff like that when you install it. One thing you should do is to update your servers for this to work. So one thing is that all of your servers need to be at 0.0258 at least. So that's the first thing. And then you go and then you upgrade and then you can install. So that's it. And very soon, I think after ETH Global, we may have a hackathon. Where we just create a bunch of plugins, you know. Whoever creates the best plugin wins. Whoever creates the best integration with Moralis wins. I see some questions. How is the fiat transaction handled? It's handled by OnRamper. So OnRamper is the service where they handle all of the KYC and stuff like that. And for you as a developer, you just send your users here and that's it. We are going to develop this plugin further. I mean, it's just the first version where we use this kind of system. Where it's using OnRamper, which is this third-party service, and you know, you just click here and it brings you here. It's not ideal because in many cases it can be better. I want to specify which address I want to send money to already, because right now you specify what you want to buy, and then you click next, and then you do all of this. But then you also need to specify your address where it goes. I mean, ideally, we will speak with OnRamper if we can add it somehow. But ideally, when I write fiat.buy, I want to specify the receiver address so that it's already pre-filled, because I have my user, I already know the address of my user, and my user wants to buy crypto. So I already know their address. I just want to pass an address. So let's see, maybe we'll find a better solution, but I mean, already this is life-changing. This is improving the lives of devs 100x like it is. It could be better also, but it's the first iteration. And the most important thing to understand is that this really means that dapps that are built on Moralis, they are future-proof. Why? Because now you see that when we have third-party developers building integrations, when we have third-party developers building their own code, how Moralis can be connected with their tech, and you know that they have a lot to win by integrating. Because so many devs are using Moralis, and it's so easy to use Moralis and to integrate your tech through Moralis. So I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of plugins. But this also means that you as a Moralis developer, you're future-proof, because you know that all new tech is gonna get integrated through the plugin infrastructure, through our core team in one way or another is gonna get integrated. So this is how it's gonna be. And exactly like Victor says, in the particular case of OnRamper is like an aggregator of all on-ramps. So you can specify any fiat and you can get any crypto. So it's the easiest way for developers to onboard. But look, it's a competitive space, because in the future, we may integrate more on-ramps with lower fees. We may integrate more on-ramps that are even better. So for example, here when you say .buy, maybe you can specify, for example, on-ramp or a service. Service. You can specify, hey, I want this particular service. This could be useful, for example, if you're building a dapp for your local market. Let's say you live in Argentina or something, or Peru, or you live somewhere in Zimbabwe, somewhere else, and you really want your onboard to be local, that it should have your local language, your local currency. You should be able to specify it here. But all of this and more is coming for us as well in the Fiat plugin. And Fiat plugin is more of a proof of concept. The big thing is not what we will build, but what third-party developers like you will build, and what kind of innovation there will be. Because you have to understand that here is also a lot of opportunity to build businesses, to build your own plugins where people use them, but you may have some monthly subscription. This is how many people build multi-million-dollar companies on WordPress. Look at the Yoast, for example. Yoast is a plugin to WordPress. It's huge. It's a huge company. A lot of these simple integrations, simple applications, when the market is new, there are a lot of opportunities. So the goal here is not that we at Moralis will build a bunch of plugins. We will build some of the most important ones, and we will really show what's done, and we will put resources into building plugins. But the big thing, the big network effect will be the ecosystem growth, and so on and so forth. So that's very good to see that we finally have it. It's been many weeks where we've always been saying it's gonna be next week, but now it is finally here. And a lot of things have gone into it. Another important thing that we have to discuss is that with this plugin ecosystem, it's also possible to use any NPM module you want in Cloud Function. It's actually one of the good side effects of the plugin infrastructure, because right now when you use Cloud Function, you know that you cannot just install any NPM you want. We have a few ones because we have to ensure the security of the Cloud Functions. And when it comes to plugins, they work way differently than Cloud Functions, but they can be used exactly like Cloud Functions. So basically, you can build your own private plugin where you use any NPM you want, you use anything you want, and it's fully compatible. This plugin will be talking fully directly and be fully compatible with your Cloud Functions. And here you can just script more. You can add any NPM, you can do whatever you want, because plugins run in their own isolated environment. So here you can have all kinds of packages, your own logic. I mean, you can really go wild here in a way that Cloud Functions cannot handle. And if you have tried using different npm packages in Cloud Function, you know that we have a list of them that are whitelisted, and we've always been thinking how do we allow for any npm package, because of course we want to support that. And through creating a private plugin, this is possible, and the private plugins can be called as Cloud Function. So when you develop, you don't even notice the difference, because Moralis will route it accordingly. But yeah, this is coming soon when we release the plugin SDK. So you can create a plugin and it can be public, or you can create a plugin and it's just extension of your own dapp. You don't have to make it public. It's just that you can go wild with npm packages. If you want, you can use any programming language to build this. You can build it in C#, you can build it in Java, in Python, but the easiest way to build it will be in JavaScript, because this is the main way that we will support. But theoretically, you can build it in anything, because a plugin, at the end of the day, a plugin, it's a Docker file, is a Docker container, okay? That's it. That's what a plugin is technically. It's a Docker container, and it needs to expose some endpoints, and that's it. And so, of course, you can build it with any language you want. With JavaScript, we have a very nice SDK. It's going to be so simple. It's going to be super simple. It's going to be super simple. Yep. Okay, more questions. This is great for users who are already comfortable with KYC, fiat to crypto payments. The vision for building DeFi exchange using Moralis. Yeah, man. Building crypto, man. Building a DEX with Moralis. I will have a video on it hopefully this week, if we can get 1-inch this integration this week, but it's 3 lines of code and you have a DEX. I mean, my mind is blown sometimes when I think about it. Number one, you have to authenticate user. It's 1 line of code. And when you do this, when you authenticate users, you get all of their assets. Number two, with Moralis Fiat plugin that I just showed you, you can have the user buy any crypto. Number three, with Moralis swap plugin, which will be using 1-inch under the hood, with 1 line of code, you can now make them swap any asset to any other asset. You can add 1 more line of code where you can watch the database. So you can have database live query updates when their balances change. I mean, it's insane. It is really insane, yeah. But that's how it should be. That's the thing. This is how it should be. It should be easy. And the way that we develop dapps today, it's way too complicated, absolutely way too complicated. And we were working a lot on making it, I mean, few lines of code, you can build anything. Because the tech is here, it's just that the tools are missing. And then with our tool, we hope to make it as easy and as smooth as possible. All right, let's have more questions. So with plugins, we could run physics and phaser. Exactly. Look, with plugins, if you want, you can create your own game backend, which is gonna be way more flexible. So let's say you want to build a game backend. Now, you can do a lot in Cloud Function. Cloud Function, you can do a lot already there. But the problem with Cloud Function, as it is right now, is the number of NPM packages that you can install. So if you, for example, want to have some complicated physics library, you want to do a lot of things that require external packages, they may not be available in Cloud Function. Instead, you build your own private plugin, like here. And here you go wild here. You can even, look, if you find the game, let's say you find an open source game backend server, you can run it as a plugin, because a plugin is just a Docker container. If you want, man, if you really need it for some reason, you can run a whole operating system as a plugin. I don't know why you would need it. Docker in itself is kind of like an operating system, but a plugin is a plugin. I'm telling that it's very flexible. What you can do anything. But what's important to note is that we're gonna have a very easy SDK where you don't have to think about anything. It's very flexible, but we have an SDK that makes it so easy to build. You've never seen anything like it. So I'm just gonna show you how easy it is. This is pseudocode, but basically you do something like, class plugin. I don't remember exactly if it's gonna be like this, but let's say you want to create a plugin. It's gonna be like this. And then you say, okay, let's say you want to have this fiat thing that I just showed you. Well, you just have buy like this, and then here's code. That's it. And then when somebody calls in their Moralis, Moralis.plugins, let's say that this plugin is called my plugin. And then if you publish it on the store, anyone who calls moralis.plugins.myplugin, because that is your name here, and then .buy, that's it. I mean, it's so easy to create and it's so easy to use. And if you add a new function here, anyone can. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But this will be converted under the hood into like a Docker container. But you don't need to worry about that. You just give us a class and that's it. And we make this whole Docker container. Now, if you want, you can go wild yourself. You can build your own Docker container and code it in C++ if you want. But this is, I don't know why you would do that, by the way. But if you want, it's possible. Because at the end of the day, Moralis just needs a Docker container, which is the plugin. Yeah. Okay. You can't swap cross-chain, can you? Oh, so with Vanish, it's not going to be cross-chain. Another plugin. Look, if you find a way for anyone to do cross-chain swaps, let me know. Yeah, so what is a big... Maybe like Thorchain or something we can integrate also. If we find a way to make a one line of code plugin, we will do it. But yeah, I mean, a good plugin would be some kind of cross-chain swapping. That would be very good. Oh, Moralis courses. Yeah, we need to do that. We need to do course. Yeah, it's, you know, plugins have been next week and Moralis course is always next month. Yeah, I mean, we really have to record it now because now we have plugins. We are really ready to go. So I think it will be in September. Yeah. Will there be a developer? Yeah, so it's like a course. It will be, yeah. Because we have a balance here because we're pushing so much content on Moralis YouTube. It's almost that, you know, all content is there. But what we're gonna do in our academy is a bit different. We may even reuse a lot of content from YouTube because, I mean, we have like a full course on how to get started with, if you go here, now we have like a full course how to get started with Binance Chain. It's like 1 hour here. So we're pushing a lot of this content open source on YouTube, but in Academy we will have the projects. We will have this practicality where you can build things, where you can have practical projects, and we help you in the Academy forum. If you've been in our Academy, you know that one of the big things is the forum, and maybe we add some extra content, but we're focusing a lot on the YouTube education, and we're gonna push here a lot. And what will make sense, I think, in our Academy is that we reuse a lot of it, and we structure it better, and we add projects, and we add like some mentors or something like that. So yes, that's gonna be. We're definitely gonna have certification for Moralis in Academy. Will Moralis also include custom domain name links? Let's see. Oh, you mean, yeah, we should add them. We need to add them in the backlog. It's just that we had so much to fix that it wasn't a priority. But yeah, domains, we will add that. It's not difficult. We can add domains. We've been thinking about it for a long time, but you know, people are not asking that much about it. Sometimes we hear it, so we've not been prioritizing it because you can. You can put your own front end, like you don't have to use Moralis for a front end, like where the domain is. You can host it somewhere else. But yeah, I understand what you mean. It's nice to have a custom domain when you're linking to your backend and stuff like that, yeah. Good. Okay, perfect. What else should we discuss? We discussed the hackathon winners of the Aavegotchi. So yeah, I want to find whoever made this game. If you're watching, and please let me know if you remember this game from Miniclip. But yeah, this is where it is. Let me see if it launches. Connect. Oh, I want to connect this. Huh? They have to fix their button or something. Yeah. Now. There's some issue. Anyway. Oh, the game was developed by this Smokey the Bandit. Oh, let me connect with Smokey. Because they have won the NFT, the digital asset of the Moralis DAO. Programmer that likes, I already follow him. And as we discuss next challenge, this week's challenge, guys, is Polygon. So let me know in the Polygon Discord with Moralis sponsor channel, like I showed you in the beginning. If you need any help, we're here to help. You go to, let me show it to you again. You go to their Discord, and here we are to help. And of course, join Moralis Discord. Let's continue there, discussing more. If there are no more questions, guys, it was fantastic to finally demo to you the plugins. It's been a long journey. And, you know, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to make something that is this simple, where it's, you know, you just write one line of code and it takes a lot of time. So we thought it would be here weeks ago, but now it's here. It's here. So very easy to do on ramp. Please try it. If you have any questions, join the Discord. We're happy to help. And that being said, smash the like, smash the bell button, smash the subscribe button. See you all very, very soon on this channel.